Some voices don't just sing, they ignite revolutions. Some names don't just belong to a man, they define an era. And when you talk about reggae, when you talk about struggle, resistance, and global awakening, you have to talk about Jimmy Cliff. Born James Chambers on July 30th, 1944, in the hills of Somerton, Jamaica, young Jimmy didn't just dream of music, he was music. From the moment he could walk, he was drawn to the rhythm of his island, the heartbeat of his people. At 14, he left behind the countryside, chasing his destiny in the beating heart of reggae, Kingston. And Kingston? It listened. Under the guidance of producer Leslie Kong, Cliff unleashed his first hit, Hurricane Hattie, a storm not just in name but in sound. Then came the anthems, King of Kings, Miss Jamaica, Pride and Passion, each song a stepping stone to something bigger. But Jamaica couldn't contain him. By 1969, the world was hearing the power of reggae through his voice. Wonderful World. Beautiful People cracked the US Top 30, proving reggae wasn't just a local movement, it was a global force. And then there was Vietnam, a song so raw, so fearless that even Bob Dylan called it the greatest protest song he'd ever heard. And then, 1972, The Harder They Come. This wasn't just a movie, this was an awakening, a cultural bombshell. Jimmy Cliff didn't just play a reggae singer fighting a corrupt system, he was the struggle, the fire, the defiance. And when that soundtrack hit the streets, reggae was no longer just Jamaica's heartbeat. It was the world's soundtrack. Grammy wins, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, collaborations with legends. A career that refused to fade. But Jimmy Cliff was never just one thing, he evolved. He experimented. He blended reggae with ska, rocksteady, soul, and even electronic sounds. He embraced Rastafarianism, then Islam, before ultimately deciding that no movement, no religion, could define his spirit. He became something greater, a man who believed in everything and nothing, in music as the true unifying force of the universe. And today, his music still moves us, his message still inspires us, his legacy, untouchable. Because Jimmy Cliff wasn't just part of reggae's rise. He was the wave, he was the storm, and he is, forever, the sound of revolution.